Good morning students, myself Dr. Gopal Babu. So today we are going to study module number 4 and lecture number 32-33. So in this lecture we are going to talk about right utilization and protection. So in previous lectures we talked the dimension of education, dimension of health, dimension of justice, dimension of production, dimension of exchange and storage. So up to here we have already talked in previous lectures. I hope you have understood all these dimensions. Now in today's lecture we are going to talk about this right utilization and protection. So if you see this right utilization, so first we will start from the purpose of this dimension. So what is the purpose of this dimension of right utilization? So there are primarily two purposes to ensure this right utilization. Number one, ensuring prosperity for human being and ensuring preservation of the rest of nature. So as we talked in UHV 2, in UHV 3, that our basic aspiration is happiness, prosperity and its continuity. And with right understanding in myself, I can have a feeling of prosperity. And prosperity is feeling of having more than required physical facility. And this required physical facility is required to run our body. That's why this right utilization is required. So I want to ensure nurturing protection of my body, and for ensuring nurturing and protection we need natural resources. So if we are right utilizing the natural resources, then it will be available to all human beings. It means this right utilization would help us to ensure prosperity, enough physical facility required to nurture our body, required to protect our body as well as body of our relatives also. And also these resources are required to participate in larger order. That's why this right utilization is required. So if we right utilize the natural resources, so they are going to help us, number one, ensuring prosperity, natural resources required to ensure prosperity, and number two, it would also help to preserve the rest of nature. So for these two purposes primarily this right utilization is required. And you can think of whether we are right utilizing the things or not. In present education system you can also evaluate whether we are focusing on right utilization of things or not. So there are two dimensions of right utilization. First, preservation and protection of things that are being used or utilized. So whatever things we are using or utilizing, they have to preserve. This preservation and protection of those things are required. If we are ensuring both these two things, preservation and protection, it will be available for rest of the people in society. And secondly, identification of things being used or utilized. So these two things are required. Number one, I should be able to identify things which are important for us, and number two, we should be able to preserve and protect all those things which are required. So if we ensure these two things, then the resources would be available for the society. With this, now we can discuss right utilization. So right utilization is required for physical facility, body and self. So we have to right utilize physical facility, natural resources available around us. We have to right utilize our body, and we have to right utilize our self also. So as a resources, these three things available to us as a human being, I am coexistence of self and body. Each human being is a coexistence of self and body. So right utilization of self is required, right utilization of body is required, and right utilization of physical facilities which are available around us also required. So if we ensure right utilization of these three things, three natural resources, then a peaceful harmony can be ensured. Because if you notice, if we are not able to ensure this right utilization of the self, then you can notice a lot of chaos at the level of society, at the level of family. Similarly, if we are not able to ensure right utilization of my body, it means right utilization, in the lack of this right utilization, our body get diseased and I won't be able to participate in larger order at the level of family, at the level of society, at the level of nature. Similarly, this right utilization of physical facility is also required because I want to participate in larger order, and for participation many times these physical facilities are required. That's why the right utilization of physical facility along with right utilization of body and self is required. So let's talk about all three things, how we can ensure right utilization of physical facility, body and the self. So right utilization of physical facility. So why do we need this physical facility? Simple, for nurturing and protection of the body. So we need food, we need clothes, we need technical instruments, technologies to nurture and protect of our body. Similarly, I want to participate in the society, and for this participation I need resources, I need physical facility. So right utilization of physical facility means nurturing and protection of the body and for participation in the society. So if we ensure right utilization of body, right utilization of physical facility, then I can participate in larger order. And if I have physical facility in excess, then we can distribute it for the welfare of society with the feeling of relationship. It ensures harmony in the society. Then right utilization of body. So it is very important part. As a human being, I have this body as an instrument, and through this body I can participate in larger order. That's why there is a need to ensure right utilization of body. So we have to right utilize my body because I want to develop myself, because I want to ensure growth in my consciousness, I want to self-study, and for all these there will be a need of the body. So suppose I am teaching this subject because I have this body, and because of these senses available in the body you can listen me. Similarly, you have body, you can express yourself and I can listen you. So for this self development, for self study, this body is required. A healthy body is required, and for healthy body can be ensured with the right utilization of the body. So it is our responsibility to ensure right utilization of the body, which is naturally available to all of us. Then second, with the help of this body, we can ensure fulfillment of obligation, duties towards family and society. So as we studied in previous lectures, we have some duties and obligation towards family, towards society, towards this nature existence, and we have to fulfill all those duties and obligations. So to fulfill all those duties and obligation, we need a body, we need a healthy body. So if we are using this body for fulfilling obligation and duties which are expected towards family and society, it means we are right utilizing our body. Similarly, for investing time and labor for the activity of production. So if I am using my body for labor with rest of nature, I am investing my body in production process with nature. It means I am right utilizing my body. So what does it mean, right utilization of the body? Right utilization of body means now I am using my body for self-study, self-development. It means I am investing my body in those places which are helpful in my development, in the growth of my consciousness, in the transformation from animal consciousness to human consciousness. So if I am using my body for self-study and self-development, it means I am right utilizing my body. Now you can take pause for 2 minutes and ask yourself, are you right utilizing your body? You can make a list and you can note down where are you investing your body, with people whom you are investing your body, are they helping you for your consciousness growth, for your development of the self? If it is happening, it means I am right utilizing my body. Similarly, if I am able to fulfill obligations and duty which are expected from family, from society, it means I am right utilizing my body. Similarly, if I am interacting with rest of nature, I am making effort, I am making labor with rest of nature for production, I am right utilizing my body. It means, in short, if we are ensuring all these 3 points, it shows that I am right utilizing my body. So you can take pause for 2 minutes and think over it, whether you are using your body for these 3 purposes or not. If you are using your body for these 3 purposes, it means we are rightly utilizing our body. Then right utilization of the self. It is again very important. So we have already studied about the self, about the activities of the self, and we studied that at the level of imagination, activity of imaging, activity of analyzing, activity of selecting testings are continuously going on in me. So if I am able to right utilize all those activities, it will be useful for my growth, it will be useful for the participation in family, it will be useful for the participation in the society. So right utilization of self is to ensure right feelings and right thoughts for living with mutual fulfillment. And we have studied how to ensure this right feeling and right thought in myself. You must have gone through the process of self-exploration, where you are taught to explore yourself, to explore your natural acceptance. So with the help of natural acceptance, I can ensure right feeling and right thoughts in me that will lead to mutual fulfillment. So if I am able to ensure this activity of self aligned with natural acceptance, it means I am right utilizing myself. If I am indulging myself in the activities which are actually motivated by sensual pleasures or temporary happiness, it means we are not able to right utilize of my consciousness, of the self. So right utilization of the self means to ensure right feelings and right thoughts for living with mutual fulfillment. Now again, you can take pause for 2 minutes and ask yourself whether you are rightly utilizing your consciousness, the self, or not. Similarly, if we look at the priority, then we can see, and it is very easy to sense, that right utilization of the self is the first priority, because if I am in harmony, then I can take care of my body with the feeling of self-regulation. Then I can participate at the level of family, at the level of society with right feelings, feeling of trust, feeling of respect, feeling of affection, to feeling of love. And for such a harmonious participation, the self should be in harmony. That's why the right utilization of self is at the first priority. Then the right utilization of the body. So I can right utilize my body only if I am in harmony as a self, as a consciousness. And with the right utilization of self and right utilization of the body, finally I can right utilize the physical facilities available to us. So if we ensure these three right utilizations, right utilization of self, right utilization of body, and right utilization of physical facilities, then we can participate in larger order in a harmonious manner. And if each one of us ensure right utilization of the self, body and the physical facility, it will ensure enough physical facility for everyone, and there would be a possibility to live with a feeling of mutual prosperity, with the feeling of mutual happiness. So if we are not able to ensure the right utilization of physical facility, then it is indicator that we are not able to ensure right utilization of the self also. So this is an indicator, you can take it as an indicator. If a person is not able to ensure right utilization of the self, of the body, it means that person doesn't have right understanding in the self. It means that person is not able to ensure right utilization of the self. So with the right utilization of this self, I can right utilize my body, and with the right utilization of body and self as a human being, I can ensure right utilization of the physical facility. So in this manner, self, right utilization of self is at first priority, then right utilization of body, and then right utilization of physical facility. Then what we can do to ensure this right utilization? It is very important. So before I continue this lecture, you can take pause and you ask yourself, what can be done at the level of individual? What could be done at the level of family? What could be done at the level of society to ensure right utilization of this self, body and physical facilities? So at least we can develop the wisdom to discriminate among right utilization, misutilization and indulgence. So with right education and sanskar, we can help our students, our generation to develop such kind of wisdom which may help them to discriminate among right utilization, misutilization and indulgence. So in the absence of this wisdom, many people are indulged in sensual pleasures, are indulged in a show-off type culture where they are wasting resources. So if we are able to develop such kind of wisdom, it will help people to discriminate among right utilization, misutilization and indulgence. Then to have the mindset and commitment to have a lifestyle which ensure right utilization. So at the level of family, at the level of society, we can ensure lifestyle in such a manner that is it conducive to natural ecosystem. So at least at the level of family, we can ensure such kind of lifestyle that can ensure right utilization. So again, you can take a pause and think over it. You evaluate your present lifestyle and see whether your lifestyle supports this right utilization of self, body and physical facility or not. So it may be a little exercise for all of you. Then a minimum test for this is whether our production is more or consumption or indulgence. So this could be a little test. So whether our production is more or consumption or indulgence, you ask yourself. So if you do this little exercise, you will be able to find that we are more indulged in consumption. We have adopted a lifestyle where we all indulged in consuming more and more rather than producing more and more, and it is happening because of this lack of wisdom. So we can ask these questions at the level of individual and at the level of family. It is this which indicates whether we are asset or liability for our family or society. So if we are able to right utilize the self, body and physical facility, we may be an asset for society. But if we are consuming rather than producing, if we are not able to ensure right utilization of self, body and physical facility, then definitely we will be a liability for our family and for society and even for the nature. So this we can do at the level of individual. So what we can do, number one, we can help people to ensure this wisdom, and with this wisdom people can discriminate among right utilization, misutilization and indulgence. And once people are clear about this right utilization, they will ensure a conducive lifestyle, conducive to environment, natural environment, conducive to society, conducive to right utilization. All these things can be ensured with a right wisdom. So at least this we can do at the level of individual. Similarly, at the level of society, we need to develop a culture and civilizations which promotes right utilization and restrain misutilization or indulgence. Or at the minimum level, at least it should not appreciate it. So at the level of society, there is a need to develop a culture where people get motivated to right utilize the things rather than to consume more and more. A civilization where people gets motivated to right utilize the self, body and physical facility rather than indulging in sensual pleasures. So at the level of society, we can develop such kind of culture and civilization. So we must promote this mentality of right utilization in every festival, every rites, rituals, in every cultural functions. So in our society, there are many festivals, rites, rituals, cultural functions, many times in a year. So if we promote this mentality of right utilization, then it is going to change our civilization. It is going to change our culture, where people would be able to right utilize the things. Then very designing has to be such that it ensures right utilization and not otherwise. So our social structures, our technological system should be designed in a manner that it ensure right utilization of physical resources. Repair of facility that gets damaged in the process of use be promoted. So we should promote recyclability, reusability. We should develop technology that can use the used products again and again. Such kind of development can help ensuring this right utilization. Similarly, designing utilities like machines in parts so that if any part is damaged, it can be replaced rather than throwing the whole things. So we can develop such kind of technologies where there is a possibility to replace the damaged parts rather than a culture which is going on today, use and throw. So rather than promoting this use and throw culture, we can design things to reuse again and again. Then designing utilities with multiple use so as to increase the effective use. So we can design things so that things can be used in a multiple manner. So all these things can be done at the level of society. So you can again take pause for 2 minutes, and this is also a homework exercise for all of you. You think this kind of design, you think this kind of technology, you think this kind of social structures where right utilization can be held. So all this creativity you have to show. Then we can sum up the whole lecture. So in this lecture, primarily we talked about right utilization of physical facility, right utilization of body and right utilization of this self. So right utilization of physical facility is required for nurturing and protection of the body, for participation in the society. Right utilization of body means I am using my body for self-study, self-development. I am able to fulfill of obligation and duties which are expected from family and society. I am investing time and labor for the activities of the production. If we are ensuring these three, it means we are right utilizing my body. Similarly, right utilization of self. So right utilization of self is to ensure right feelings, right thoughts in the self. We can have this process of self-exploration to find out right feeling and right thought. And we talked about the priority, and we explored that right utilization of the self is at first priority, then right utilization of the body, and then right utilization of physical facilities. So if we are not able to ensure the right utilization of physical facility, then it is a kind of indicator that a person is not able to right utilize his or her self and body also. So this is all about the lecture where we talked about right utilization. In next lecture, we will study the critical analysis. We will having a critical analysis of this right utilization. So students, thank you very much. I hope you have understood all these things, and have a good day. Thank you very much.